proud to know ya. Minnesota missile never so coke, and I never had to hold the pistol. Civil and simple, but set the freak show loose on the nipple. Watch your whole fucking titty ripple. It's why we battle, it's why we travel, it's why...
Hey guys, Dave here with another fragrance review for you. This is going to be my personal take on Dior Homme Intense. It is an eau de parfum that came out in 2007. The perfumer is Francois Demachy. I'm positive I butchered that, but oh well. Let's get into the notes. Top, you have lavender. The mid, iris, vanilla, amber, and cocoa. The base, I've heard some different stuff. I'm going to go with what my nose picks up. I know there is vetiver and cedar. I also believe there is hibiscus seed, which most people will commonly refer to it. It's basically musk. That's my personal take on what I believe the notes are. Bottle sizes, we have the 1.7, which will run you anywhere from 45 to 70, possibly even 75, and a 3.4, which will run you anywhere from, I've seen it from 65 upwards of 100. So it is a little bit pricey. Classified, I believe, as a sweet woody floral with a bit of musk. To me, it is mostly sweet, woody, and floral. First sniff, to me, is mostly lavender, iris, and cocoa. It starts out sweet, but with the florals of the lavender and a touch of the iris. But it's much sweeter than the original Dior Homme. From start to finish, it's much sweeter to me. When it gets to the mid, the vanilla takes center stage and is surrounded mostly by cocoa, iris, and I get a little bit of the sweet amber as well. I also smell cardamom in this, even though I can't find it anywhere listed in the notes. For some reason I just pick up cardamom. I don't know why. I could be wrong, but that's just what my nose smells. To me, this never really gets gourmandish, as I believe the iris balances out the cocoa and the vanilla to keep it from getting too fruity, but it is definitely sweet. I do at points of this do get some slight hints of vetiver, but it's very weak in the scent. I would say the cedar is much more dominant than the vetiver. As it gets to the base, the cedar starts to pick up, and mostly the base to me is vanilla, cedar. I still get some of the iris and the amber, and it's also a little bit of musk as well. It does get powdery in the dry down. The scent is not very sweet, but it is sweet. And vanilla to me would be the most dominant note in this to me. It's, as I said, it's sweeter than the original. It's less dry. It's much smoother. It's more powdery. I still get that lipstick vibe, but it's not nearly as pronounced as the original is. It's not the most original scent, and you'll probably have smelled something similar to this before, but it is very, very well done. I would probably say this is best for evening wear, but I can see it worn during the day as well. I wear it during the day as well, but it does demand attention for sure. Women really do like this, and they can smell it from pretty far away pretty easily. It's a lot more potent than the original Dior Homme. To me, this is just a wonderful scent. It balances the sweetness, the florals, and the woods very well. It's getting a lot of play for me recently for sure. The age, I would say this is at least 20 and up, probably college age and up. I think it's a little mature for high schoolers. Number of sprays of this, I would personally, I do one on the chest, neck area, and usually do one on one wrist and press them together. Occasionally, if I'm feeling a little adventurous, I'll do one on each wrist. I would say you could do one on the neck and one on each wrist, but I probably wouldn't do any more than that because this is really potent as it is an eau de parfum. Who would like this? I think if you like sweet scents, you're going to like this. And I'm also going to agree with Tony /Code Horror and say that if you enjoy Le Male, I do believe you will like this. Vanilla is the most dominant note in this, so I think if you love vanilla, you will probably really enjoy this. Also, I believe if you like the original, you will enjoy this. Why would you not like this? It can be a little bit too sweet for some people. If you don't like vanilla, iris, cocoa, or cedar, I would probably avoid this. As I said, the most dominant stuff in this to me is the vanilla, the iris, and the cocoa, and it does get a little powdery in the dry down. If you like, I'm going to say, I'll agree with Tony and say Le Male. I'll also say if you like the original Dior Homme, you'll probably enjoy this, as well as Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. What do I think of when I wear this? Honestly, eating a slice of warm apple pie with a cup of warm hot chocolate. Yeah. But at the same time, it's not. That's what I think of, but it's not. It doesn't smell like food. It does at times, but it's just balanced so well that it doesn't get gourmand to me. So I guess maybe that's a bad example, but whatever. Let's get into my ratings. Overall smell, 10 out of 10. I absolutely love the scent. It's one of my top compliment getters for the fall and winter right now. It can be a bit sweet at times, but it does not get cloying, to my nose anyway. Projection, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It projects very well. I would say less is more with this one, as it's very potent, but I've had stuff that projects better, so I can't give it a perfect score. Longevity, it's going to get a 10 out of 10. I get anywhere from 8 to 15 hours with this one, which is just fantastic. It lasts a very long time. Uniqueness, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, a solid B. Not the most unique scent, and you will have smelled similar scents to this before for sure. I think the iris makes it a little bit more unique, and it would have been a 7 without the iris, so that brought it back up to an 8 for me, personally anyway. Versatility, I think it's decent. It's a solid B. I'll give it 8 out of 10. It's certainly not my most versatile scent, but it is pretty good. I would say it's not good in hot weather. It's probably best for evening use, but I can see it worn for school and work as well. The scent does demand attention though, so if you're going to wear it to work, don't wear a lot of sprays. Overall, I so want to give this a 10 out of 10 based on my personal enjoyment of it, but I can't call it a masterpiece because it's just not the most original scent. It's a fantastic just wonderfully done scent, but I would not call it a masterpiece. So I will give it a 9.5 out of 10. I gave La Instant de Guerlain a 10 because I still, other than the extreme, I still have not smelled anything quite like it. So not much is going to get a 10 for me, as I said. I believe that the original Dior Homme is more original than this, obviously, since this is a flanker. I do get some of the similar vibe from the original in this one, but overall it's a fantastic fall and winter scent that gets a lot of attention. It gets compliments. If I had to pick between the original and the intense version, I would probably choose the intense just because it's more my style. I do enjoy sweet scents. I think if you don't like sweet scents, then I would probably recommend the original for you. So guys, that is my take on Dior Homme Intense. I will try and get out a review of the original Dior Homme for you in the next week so you can kind of have a comparison of them. As I said, this is my take on it, but I may not have gotten all the notes right, and my nose is obviously not the same as everybody else's. So, as I said, I'll try and get that review of Dior Homme out soon, and thanks for watching, guys.